So his general play pattern is to kind of look for extended trades. Like that's Wukong's MO,
Yeah.
right?
So
He doesn't have regen, we do. That's kind of
I mean,
the
he gets reach in with his passive, right? But the thing is, like, if you and Wukong are both at 100% HP, he will win the all-in.
Mhm.
If you and Wukong are at 50% HP, you will win the all-in.
right.
So we kind of match the sustain in a way with that Doran shield and with your Q heal, whatever. Maybe we even have a little bit more. But the thing is, when you go for the all-in, that he doesn't have enough time to stack up his passive, stack up his Conqueror, and use it for the majority of the all-in. So, like, if both of you start at 100% HP, by the time that you get him down to 50% HP, he's going to have his passive and armor, all set up, and his Conqueror, and you don't have anything, bonus, right? Yeah, I'm just showing this to you so you know what it's all about. And his W auto attacks, and his W can also trigger his passive, so he can stack it up pretty quickly, and then fight you with the rest of the fight with that. Ah, sorry, I was doing something with my mods. Soon
all will join me.
Hey, Drake's Revenge 88. Thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Okay, so first things first, we mess up the leash a little bit. One, you don't have to be moving in between auto attacks here. You just sit here and auto attack, right?
If he was standing there and tanking it, I would. I just don't trust him to be the one to tank it.
Yeah. So notice here you did 168 with your crit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then your spin dealt 0 damage.
Wait, you got I feel like I was really close.
Here's on your last auto. On your last auto, before you spin away from the red buff, you move closer to the red buff. So, like, your mouse cursor is right here to click on it. Yep. Literally click behind it to move your character closer, then auto attack spin. What this will do is this will trigger the red buff to follow after you a little bit, removing a little bit of damage that Echo takes, and I'll also make sure that you're in range to get spin damage.
Sure.
But yeah, getting that spin damage is pretty important because it gives you an extra 2 Fury, and make sure that you keep your Fury for just that little bit longer. So right here, this is different. You don't start out in lane, right? On the leash, it's different. So here, you want to just build up Fury as fast as possible. You're waiting for this to take just a little bit of damage. So auto attack a different minion and then auto attack that minion. When you start out in lane, you want to auto attack a single minion and try to build up as much Fury as possible before he gets the lane, right? The main thing is that you get the last hits on the minions as quickly as possible. So if you literally can't auto attack this because it's like 1 or 2 melee auto hits or range auto hits away from being CS, auto something else. So I think that messed you up a little bit on a couple of these CS, like these 2 CS in particular. We could have had 75 Fury instead of whatever. Also on this first trade, make sure that you get 1 or 2 autos in and then spin away. Got to make sure you get that spin damage, because spin damage, it's 87 damage.
The bone plating? Didn't you... I thought we said take the bone plating down, then kind of next trade look for it?
But you should still spin out, because you get the extra... Even the bone plating blocks, what, like 30 damage?
Right,
from the spin?
I agree I should spun, but are you saying I still should have gone for a couple autos?
1 or 2 autos. Nothing more. So, what's bad about this is that you're not shoving the wave as hard as you need to be, because you need to be hitting level 2 first.
Yeah.
And you need to be actively looking for the trade here. Like when he's back like this. You see how you just started focusing different minions instead of focusing this one? Just focus that one, try to get level 2 first, and look to trade with them. But you got a decent trade. Wave shoving back towards you. Just spam your Q heal. And spam Q heal. There's no reason to hold on to Fury here. Oh, just kidding. The Echo's coming. I'm trolling. No, you're good to hold on to Fury there. Make sure you hit the spin damage. So don't just spin to get closer. Like, spin, try to get the damage too.
I think that was where I was trying to hit level 3 to level the W, so I used it on the minion.
Yeah.
So now I've got it in a really good spot.
Yeah, and he's pressured because he doesn't have that ward against Echo at the moment, I don't think. Yeah, he doesn't have the ward down.
He's able to get it right here, but he's still playing very scared.
Yeah, you're not missing a lot of these little minions.
Yeah.
Never spin into Wukong. So right here, not only is this spin bad because like he just has his W up, right? But it also like hurts your freeze a little bit.
So would you have just like walked just hold the freeze, don't let him get CS, kind of? Don't look for trades?
Okay, look at where you're positioning on the wave.
Well, I mean, yes, because this one's crashing. I probably, once this settles, I should have walked up. I don't think I did.
Okay, walk up in front of your minions so that he has to go through you. And then that's when you like auto attack, get a couple auto attacks, and then spin out, or you take too much damage, right?
Right, yeah, okay. So right there, I should have been on.
And it's not only here, but it's basically every single time against Wukong. You never position in front so that he just disengages like this basically every time. This was really good because he spun back into you, or he went back into you without his W up, so you were able to get a lot of damage. That was a big mistake by him, and you punish him by forcing his TP. Now, when you see him outside of lane and he's not walking back in, just use your Q. Because you know he's backing and TPing. Keep the freeze, get your health all the way up, build your Fury. So I think you end up using Q here.
So, at this point, I'm still holding the freeze.
Mm-hmm. And this is good. Just remember to walk in front of your minions, so it's hard for him to at least be in front of your minions by the time that your minions are in range to last hit. That way you can force the trade. If he walks up and Qs you like this, man, that's whatever. Q does negative damage. And every time he Qs you, that's a time where he doesn't have Q to get minions. But the fact that he's walking up and getting minions here, because you're not positioning in front of his minions, is bad. Like right there, you shouldn't use your W. Just take the damage. It's literally nothing. Just stay in front of his minions and save your W for if he E's onto you. Look at where you position to hit this minion. You could have positioned down here and hit this minion, right?
Yeah.
So, like, character position matters a lot.
Yeah.
So spinning in there was really bad. You always want to spin out.
Yep.
Because you always want to disengage to the trade after a couple autos. So there, like, just auto-attack him, like, maybe 1 or 2 more times and spin out. Make sure you get the spin damage on the way out. And then disengage. Because right here, like, you play... I mean, he's got 8 stacks here. Use this W, which got a couple of stacks, too. And that's how he crushed you. That's where you lost your advantage here. So, a couple of times, we could have positioned in front of minions, forced a small trade for him to be able to get a minion. We didn't do that. Even just like those couple times, like you did it multiple times, even after this, even when you did get your advantage. But still, like it just takes 1 or 2 times of him getting a better trade off you to equalize the wave and unfreeze it, right?
Gotcha.
So, gotta be on point with these trades. Hey, TMFVLS, thank for the sub, dude. I appreciate it.
What's up?
Just be spamming your Q.
Sorry, one sec.
No problem.
What did you say, Seth? Yeah, I'm still. Okay, great. Go ahead, Fogged.
Okay. So here, again, can use your Q. Get yourself to absolutely full HP, then rebuild your Fury on the minions when you know you're looking for... Especially if you're hard shoving them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here, hard shoving this wave actually ended up being the better call. Do you know why?
I've been focusing on the replay, the small mechanics. I'm not sure where the jungler is, but my assumption is that's what it is.
No, here's what it is. You fast shoving this wave makes it like if you slow push and stack one more wave, maybe Wukong's level 6. And when you get this wave in a position all the way in. But now you're getting in while your level 6 is level 5. That's why I think it's good. But if we're gonna hard shove it, let me go back. We need to hard shove it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't just slow push, and then decide, oh, now we want to crash it in, right? We should have hard shoved those first 3 minions, too. Because if I can get a cannon wave all the way into turret before the next wave comes up, you could, at level 4, you can definitely do it as level 6 streamer with just a regular wave, you know? Here, we should be walking up and forcing auto attacks, forcing a small trade, and then spinning out. I don't know why we just, like, we walked up here with almost full health, almost full fury, and this didn't even take a small trade, force his mana pool at all. His ultimate, when he does get it, costs 100 mana. So if we get him under 100 mana, guess what? He got an ulti. You know?
So why are you not concerned about Graves right now? I don't think we've seen him.
You have Ignite and Flash, man.
You think I can... I mean, is going 1-for-1 worth it here? If, like, with the jungle?
Like, if the Graves comes, you could just Flash away. You know?
I mean, I'm not sure it would get me out, though. If he came from River... Well, now I have a word there. I didn't a minute ago.
Okay, so let me get one thing straight. Where can Graves come at you and gank you?
I mean, I have no vision from...
Okay.
And I have no vision from the River.
Imagine, what is the best angle for Graves to take?
From the River, I would say.
Okay, so he loops around from the river. Guess what you do?
Fair, just over that.
Spin over the wall. Okay, now imagine he comes from here. Just spin away, right?
Okay, but if I auto spin, then that I don't have spin to get away.
Okay, so let's say the instance where you auto tech and spin away, and you get a really good trade from Wukong under turret, who, by the way, is not level 16 and have ultimate yet.
Mm-hmm.
Then we could just literally walk away from Graves. He has Phase Rush. We can walk forward, force him to turn his back, get the W, walk away, Q. He's not walking up and just one-shotting us, you know? He's all... You know, we don't know he's level 5, but, like... You know, typically when we're level 6, the jungler's gonna be level 5. Just, you know, from F. So when we're 6, you know, we're fine. At most, the Graves probably burns her ulti. But guess what we did there? We forced Graves to waste his time topside. We forced pressure. And they don't get anything out of it. You know, worst case scenario, he burns your flash. Now, it would be different if it was like a Sejuani jungle or something, right? Because he has like a bunch of CC to lock you down, to allow Wukong catch up and actually, destroy you. But since it's a Graves jungle, man, like, you don't have to worry unless he's just like literally like one tapping you. So I had a concern here. So you should be hard shoving this in constantly, looking to pressure the Wukong and force his mana pool so that we can dive him when he doesn't have enough mana for his ultimate.
Yeah.
Faster we shove in, the better. So walk out, force a trade. Now, do you use attack move on cursor, man?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So instead of walking down here, walk at him, attack move on cursor on this wall, auto attack spin out. Try to burn a cooldown.
I like the auto attack champions too. The only Tilda.
That works too. Okay.
I'm not sure why I pathed like 5 seconds ago. I'm not sure why I pathed down instead of towards him. I must have not clicked where I was intending to.
Right here?
No. Or when I was under tower. I mean, we've already, it's fine.
Okay.
We've already passed it.
All right, right here.
Why I went, because I didn't path well earlier.
Yeah, it's because you didn't like a move. You just you were trying to just right click him, and you just weren't trying to click the trade. That's why I was saying use the attack movement cursor. But anyways, for this situation, should you go all in right now on the Wukong? This is yes or no question.
I mean, in retrospect, I've burned his ultimate. He has no mana, and I have ult up. So I'm pretty. If I'm able to disengage this, I have a huge advantage.
So you disengage, right? He's gone. What you should do is you should shove the wave in and then dive him. Wait for his passive to drop back down and then kill him. Because right now you don't have spin. Push the wave in. Don't waste your shit. I think you use spin here to shove the wave in. You should never use spin to shove the wave in when you're planning to dive, right? Use your W at the beginning. Always use W for the slow, because, I mean, you're basically using your ultimate instantly there, right? Use the W for the slow so you can stick onto him in between autos.
I think I was expecting him to auto and walk away, like try and kite.
That's what he did. Oh, like right there? Oh, no, right there.
No,
like
I mean,
when you use your W, use your W when he gets out of your auto attack range. So when you spun here, you should actually W into your spin.
Okay.
And then right here, you press your Q and you're fine.
Yeah. How much? Sorry, can you watch that again? How much did I have left on my ult? I thought I was really close to having.
I don't know if the replay can actually show it. Yeah, because the replay doesn't show it here.
Well, when does it expire? I mean, yeah. I thought I was gonna survive with the ult.
Yeah, if you walk back into it, maybe.
Yeah.
So tank the turret shot and then spin out.
Yeah.
Before our next turret shot, comes down.
So, I mean, I think, yeah.
So that should have been a 1-for-0. And I've pointed out multiple things you could do to make that dive even better, right?
Yeah.
Like even without you just barely missing on the timing between your ultimate and the Q at the end.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree.
And then right here, you should just use your Q. Because you're not looking to fight Wukong straight up here, right? I like this. You're walking up and you're forcing the short trade.
I don't know why I double you.
I don't know why you're not Qing. The only reason to hold Fury is if you're going to go for a straight up all-in, right?
Okay.
if you're just doing these short trades over and over again, like do the short trade, back off, wait for the Grievous to run out from his Bramble, Q, and then build up your Fury pretty fast. I mean, you do have Tiamat, right? And look, take a short trade again.
Yeah.
So here I was saying that Graves was topside because we saw him take the Rift Herald. So you're playing back, right? So we play back until we see him mid lane. As soon as we see him mid lane, we can start being aggressive against Wukong again. That was a perfect trade. That was the first time I've seen you take like 2 or 3 auto attacks and then spin out perfectly. That should have been all game long.
Okay.
Let's take a look. Fog from 2 versus Wukong. Let's see if I have one. See if I have a game recently against Wukong. Led versus Wukong.
Are you going to show me the trading pattern?
Yeah. I'm going to review it with you.
Yeah.
So 4 days ago against Rogue Bunny. Let's see if I did it correctly here.
I mean, can I anticipate what I think you're going to show me?
Sure.
Well, and the only reason I want to do this is because I'll remember it better if I kind of have it in my head and then say, okay, he mostly did that, except he did this differently.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, you know, if the wave's even, positioned in a place where I can hit him and spin out, and then yeah, I mean, take 2 or 3 autos, then Tiamat spin out. Basically, am I looking to position so that I also hit minions to get his wave going usually, or are you kind of just positioning so that?
It's all about getting the damage in Wukong. So it don't matter whether you hit minions or not.
Sorry, what was he running?
He's running Conqueror.
Okay.
I mean, it's like all Wukong's run the same shit, right? I don't know if you ran bone plating or if you ran some different. We'll see in a second. Yeah, he didn't run bone plating, so it's slightly different. But you see, I just get the auto attack spin. I tank the damage early, and I make sure I stay away from him. Yeah, he's trying to walk up and get that Conqueror stack on me. I'll walk back.
Oh, you reset the Conqueror damage, I see.
I could have gone one more auto attack there. So right here, he actually ends up getting the shove in on me. He uses his potion aggressively early, so I decide to instead just save my potion. Yeah, he has Doran Shield. So this actually works out in my favor. He's shoving the wave in, and I saved my potion, so my Doran Shield's doing a lot more for me than his did. It's his Zac jungle, so I know I'm not getting like dove or anything early on. He shoves the wave in. Where did he go? Did he TP? I forget what happened. Did he just back? I forget what happened. Wait, what happened to him? Oh, yeah, he went back to base after he got that wave into turret, and then went and roamed right here. You can't see it because of my map cover, but he actually roamed right there and went on to like a Scuttle Crab fight. But you see what I did here? Instead of going to the Scalded Crab fight instantly, I just went and shoved the wave all the way in. Or at least most of the way in, right? So that's going to crash all the way in. And then this whole time while Wukong's doing all this, he's losing all these minions, whatever, but... it's like some pretty like advanced rotations from here on out. And not something that would typically happen in like one of your games, but... Like, I wish there was a better example, as I'm gonna say.
But you were gonna, I mean, were you gonna focus on the trading pattern? Is that the main thing, or just kind of the overall gameplay against Wukong?
No, I was gonna focus on the trading pattern, but like that game, I ended up getting super far ahead of Wukong, like 4 levels above him.
Yeah.
Because of that mistake that he made early, and I hard punished him.
Yeah. Okay.
And I ended up doing a lane swap with the Cho'Gath too. To maximize experience on the wave, but... Alright, so let's see what happened here, right? So right here, if we just focus on the Wukong here, that's, you know, not the clone. We autoed that once, and it was a crit too, right? And we didn't use her Tiamat here, ever.
Yeah. Damn.
Did not use Tiamat.
Ugh.
On any of that. So 1, we auto-tech the clone a couple times, and then 2, we didn't use Tiamat. So, I mean, that was your mistake here.
How did that fight start? Did I spin on him? Or did I just walk up?
You walked up for a short trade, right? Look how long it's taking you to get this short trade, man, every time. Like, you're walking, like, completely behind him. Just, like, it should be just, like, a quick auto spin, right? Like, right here, just auto spin. But it's, like, taking you time to react. To him being on you. And that's what ended up happening, right? And then you didn't use your team out. And then from this point, you're pretty far behind because, like, he's up a level and up, like, that kill, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now, like, you should hang back a little bit more and let this wave shove all the way in. You shouldn't look for another short trade just because he's got you to a point where he can all in and burst you, right? Let the wave crash. If you can, especially when you're trying to sustain up, you get more fury from auto attacks. So try to auto attack that whole wave down and get all the minions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because 1, you got Bloodline, right?
That's you. I've
And you have the lifesteal, and 2, you want to build more fury.
By following the guide.
And then you should be spamming your Q. Yeah. Make sure you don't waste 2-3 seconds there. That should have just been a quick auto spin out. And then right here, you should disengage when he flashed away from you. Right here, disengage. Because you kept chasing after him after, like, when he flashed away from you and you don't have flash to follow, you have to disengage. Just Q and spin away. You can't just walk to your death. Feels bad, man. Hey, Head Chef Mikey, thanks for a Twitch Prime, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Alright, so let's take a look at the, that Ocean Soul, right? Because that was really bad. So, they have 3 dragons. Ocean Soul is the strongest soul in the game, no question. It just gives them so much sustain and health, like, for a long-ass fight. Here, what you need to do, you have Flash, you need to walk up and kill Graves. Even if you die 1-for-1 for it, like, getting that Graves out of the picture, because your Echo isn't in position to smite the dragon yet, is your... You know, you need to zone him. So right here, I mean, you're hanging in the fog of war. What are you waiting for? You know?
Oh, that was an actual question?
Yeah. What are you waiting for? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, at this point, I don't really feel like I can... I don't feel like I actually have any real ability to put pressure on them, because I guess I do see the Nami here. At the time, I didn't think I saw her. So I was concerned about walking... I mean, she just showed, I guess, around the corner.
So before all this, obviously your team shouldn't have dealt damage to it. Right, that's control. But what you should do is look to just walk up. Even like we actually see Nami here. Yeah, so we saw Nami there. But either way, like spin into them, force them off, and make sure they don't get the soul, man. That's like the most important thing. If you zone them off, you get the dragon, then the game's extended where you guys can scale up a little bit, right? But when they get the soul, the game was basically over, because soul is, like, especially a 22-minute Ocean Soul, that's broken. Hey, Kuzak, thanks for a Prime sub for 29 months. I appreciate it.
Yeah. It wasn't worth going in either.
Yeah, I mean, at least he got the kill, but, like, damn, man, we gotta just go in and zone out that Graves. So, alright, taking a look at your gameplay. A lot of stuff is about positioning. Either, you know, positioning away from popping the walls. When that Poppy had a lead on you, positioning with your minion wave to cause it to push into you. Positioning ahead of minions to force short trades against Wukong. A lot of positioning and lane issues. Also, we have a couple issues as far as mechanics on the dive. Forcing dives properly, starting out with an auto attack. Don't waste your spin before the dive. That way we can save your spin to extend the trade. Use your W to get on top of the person after they get out of your auto attack range. Otherwise, it's not even worth the W. It's just animation wasted. As far as, like, when that Poppy built full damage, you need to be looking at people's items and determine whether or not you can fight or 1v1 them. You know, based off their items, based off their level compared to yours. That will come in time. However, something you can start doing now to get to that point is you need to be absorbing information as far as what items they have before you go into a fight. Then when you go and fight them, you realize you just freaking lost, or hey, you hard won. Have that in your head for next time. You know, especially in the common matchups. Like, I would say Wukong is probably pretty commonly, you know, pretty common top lane pick, or if you ever go against like a Garen, Malphite, stuff like that. Yeah, bring it back to that Malphite, you know, thing. Make sure that you're approaching like sustain correctly. Make sure you're queuing on time. Make sure you're like in matchups like Wukong, Malphite, whatever you play the sustain game, so you can get them to the point where you can burst them down in no lane. Because it's a longer fight rather than you just spin and ooga booga, you know, Goomba stomp them, you know? Anyways, man, do you have any additional questions for me as far as the coaching today? I spent a little bit extra time because I know you're a little bit frustrated with how you played, especially, you know, on stream. I want to make sure you get better. Do you have anything else?
I mean, you know, there's a lot to improve on. I don't know that I have any. I think I asked my questions as they came up.
Okay, man.
So yeah, I appreciate your time, man.
I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming on stream today and allowing not just yourself, but everyone on stream to learn overall. And let me take this out of subscriber chat. All right, guys. Give a round of applause for my boy Meltor for helping us all learn, you know, a couple things about in different matchups and about Trinmer in general. Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Take care, man.